Young, yeah, I might be saying that wrong, but he's talking about the Ubisoft, announcing that Rainbow Six is having their membership subscription, which is weird. I mean, nobody really wants to like pay monthly for things, so let's see what it's gonna be with this. Oh, excuse me.
Rainbow Six Siege is one of Ubisoft's most successful games, and it's also one of the most successful live services, period. I mean, just looking at how many players are checking this game out to this day, we're still in the tens of thousands.
61,000 players right now, 73,000 and 201,000. Ooh.
Thousands of players, and this game actually reached an all-new record for all-time peak concurrent players just 2 months ago, exceeding over 200,000 players at one point.
Nice.
So this is a game that, seems to be either maintaining its player base or growing from time to time, and it is a game that millions of players continue to enjoy, but there's still a lot to criticize about its monetization system, especially with Ubisoft introducing, on top of everything else that this game already has, a subscription. So this was announced in Major Manchester, which is essentially an esports event. This is a Rainbow Six Siege tournament, and this is where Ubisoft took the opportunity to announce some upcoming updates for this game. And their next season, which is Year 9 Season 2, is titled Operation New Blood. And you can see right here that all of the marketing surrounding this season has garnered tons of negative reviews.
Oh wow, there's more dislikes than actual likes. Oh my goodness. And wait, was this like when they announced this, was this like exactly on the day, or like was this after they made that announcement at that LAN event? Because holy moly, that is crazy. Hold on, let me see this. The recruit rework brings Striker to the attack and Sentry to the defense in Operation New Blood. Each can select 2 different secondary gadgets, opening up powerful new combinations for solo and team play. Fenrir and Solus are getting balancing updates. The 2 stadium maps are getting renovations, and barbed wire will now damage attackers as they walk through it. Oh wow! Usually it just slows them. Okay.
And tons of dislikes. The likes to dislikes ratios for these trailers just don't look particularly great.
Ooh.
And a big part of that has to do with the introduction of a membership, especially during a season where new content is relatively thin. The new season will remaster an existing operator, the Recruit, which is the game's original operator. This operator has essentially been split into 2, Striker and Sentry. And then beyond that, the season introduces things like quality of life improvements, balance changes, and the global release of the peer-to-peer marketplace in Rainbow Six Siege. And they talked about other aspects and areas where they work to improve, like player protection systems, anti-cheat mechanics. And for the purposes of balance changes, they're also going to nerf aspects of certain operators. So all that's fine and well, but then we get into the membership itself.
Now, when you guys think of when it comes to like game balancing, this is what I've tried to learn in when I was in class and everything. When it comes to game balancing, and I had this brought up to a few instructors. I was like, instead of nerfing everything, right? Instead of like nerfing something because it's too strong, why not just do the opposite? Why not just bring something that hasn't been used for a while? Like, say for instance, we'll go with Xify just for an example, right? Let's just say the M16 is way too strong. It needs, and people are like, oh, just nerf it. You need to nerf it. But instead of doing that, why not just buff up another weapon that isn't going to be used, that wasn't used as much? So for instance, like because like right now, I mean, the MDR's in this thing, but yeah, we'll go with the MDR. The MDR is another assault rifle. Why not buff that? Then you would have both. You'd have an M16 that still works the way it works. It still has the same stats and everything. And then you have the MDR that would just be boosted. The only thing you have to change is the MDR and their stats. One thing I had was like where I get upset about like games where they do a lot of balancing, which I mean, I understand. Like you want to make sure that the game is still playable and things like that. But I was thinking like with when it comes to like stuff like for instance Call of Duty, when season 0 of Call of Duty comes out preseason, it's it's fun. Like, to me personally, it's fun because like all the guns, the stats and everything, it makes sense. Like, it's set in stone. That's what the stat is. Whatever you're reading, that's what your gun actually does. But then when they do an update of it, like, they say, okay, this has been nerfed, this has been buffed. But then if you pull up the stats in the game, it looks like they haven't been changed or anything. Unless I'm looking at it wrong. Unless the graphs are like slightly adjusted, but you don't really see that. So then it's kind of like it's almost misleading of information. Like, you have to go through all the through all the patches and everything, patch notes, to see which is actually strong, which actually isn't strong. And that's like something that I just always had like it always like, you know, got under my skin a little bit because of that. I want to say a little bit. It's gotten under my skin. I'm just gonna be honest. It has gotten under my skin before because of those things. Because like, I don't want to, as a player, like using a gun that I don't know is nerfed to the ground or whatever. Like, first of all, I want to use any weapon I want to use, or any item I want to use. And then second of all, I shouldn't have to go to a site to look at patch notes and everything. I should be able to just like look at my look at the weapon and say, hey, okay, there has been some things that have been changed. The bar was previously at one spot and it went down here, or the bar was right here and now it's up here. Like, okay, now I can see there was a nerf, there was a buff, whatever. But what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about should they just buff other weapons, and like let people continue to use that meta weapon at the time, like a M16? I think they should. But what do you guys think?
You can either pay $10 a month, which would be $120 a year, or if you know you're committing to a year, you might as well go for the cheaper option.
Wait a minute. But it's the addition of Rainbow Six membership that has some players unhappy. $10 a month, $80 for an annual sign up. Subscribers get a continuous stream of premium content that keeps your ops equipped with the best exclusive gear. Monthly content drops will include a time limited legendary item, sometimes animated with for extra flair, and an epic operator bundle along with monthly this is monthly, but I think they mean monthly cosmetic Bravo packs and full access to the premium battle pass. Are you getting all this stuff for free? Is that what's going on? Like, is this all for free and everything, or do you have to pay? Like, even though you pay for a subscription, you have to pay on top of that. 4,500 credits in value every month.
Option, $80 for an annual sign up, and subscribers will get a continuous stream of premium content that keeps your ops equipped with the best exclusive gear. There's also monthly content drops, including a time-limited legendary item, sometimes animated for extra flair, and an epic operator bundle, along with monthly cosmetic Bravo packs and full access to the premium battle pass with 10 level skips. So yeah, you do get quite a good amount of goodies, some of which will be strictly paywalled behind this subscription, some which you will only be able to attain if you become a part of this membership. And they're essentially relying on FOMO to get people to pay even more than they're already paying for all the other monetization elements that are included in this game.
That is crazy. That is insane. Studios, like the publishers, whatever, whoever's doing this whole thing. Obviously, people are saying Ubisoft, or the big wigs, I guess you say, Ubisoft. This is crazy. Like, this is like what really destroys games. I'm sorry. I'm going everywhere with this, but this is what really destroys games, is because you're putting, like they were saying, you're putting everything behind a paywall. And then there's the FOMO, which, if you guys don't know, is fear of missing out. People that are older, believe me, I had to look that up. But yeah, it's crazy to see that like, you putting things behind a paywall. Yes, they're making more money. I don't know. Is R6 free to play? I'm not sure if R6 is a free to play game or not. Well, at this point, it seems like it's not going to be a free to play because of this situation that they're doing right now, where it's like, you know, like, it just makes me mad, where it's like you literally cannot, you generally cannot enjoy the game anymore. Because back then, where it used to be, you used to put the time in, used to grind, which means if you are putting your time in, if you're grinding to get these cosmetics or operators or like skins or whatever, like it keeps player retention for one, and then for two, like it makes your player count go up even more, especially if whoever unlocks it first and they say, hey, look what I got, this is a really cool skin, and then people are like, whoa, how did you get that? Oh, I had to grind, I had to get like 1,000 kills with this gun, I had to get 1,000 kills with this operator, something like that. Like that's what I like about that's what I like about that stuff, where it was like at the time where it's like you had to grind to get it, so then that made people want to grind to get the cosmetics, the guns, or whatever, for that game. Nowadays it's like, oh, how'd you get that? Oh, it's in the store. How much is it? Oh, it's like 600 coins or 1,000 or 2,400 coins. Oh, okay. And then they just go buy it, and there's like nothing really great about it. Now I'm starting to think, like, what's the point of having these skins? Like now I'm like really starting to really think about it. It's like, when you have the skins, okay, you have the skins. I understand if you're playing for a long time, if you're like a diehard player of R6, sure. But if you're like brand new and stuff, and you're seeing people that have all these cosmetics and everything, and they're like, oh, how do you get this? And it's like, well, this was behind a paywall from like 2 years ago, type of thing. And I'm not trying to talk, it's not only towards Rainbow Six and Ubisoft. I'm just saying that because this is the subject of right now. I'm just saying in general, as a game, like for games, they should not put things behind a paywall, especially if it's like, going industry wise. An artist had to make that. Like, obviously, the artist got paid, obviously, from the studio and everything. They did their job. They made the item. But then just think, like, for me personally, me as an artist, I would love to make a gun in whatever game, make a gun, and then see how many people use that gun, use that skin on that gun. That would be like a highlight for me. I don't know how it is now. Like, me, like, seeing it now, in my opinion, if I saw that, like, I worked over something really hard, like, even though I got paid, yes, I know people are gonna be like, you got paid, move on, whatever. But like, seeing that I made something very crazy, very, like, that I really put a lot into, but then it's stuck behind a paywall, I would be upset. Me personally, I'd be upset. Obviously, I can't just go up to my boss and be like, hey, take that down from the paywall, like, take that down from the shop, let people earn it and stuff like that. No, I get fired. But it's one of those things where it just be like, you just wish that you would like to see people use their stuff. It's like being a proud parent. Like, you see your kids throw a baseball for the first time, walking, even, you're just like, I did, like, that is my child, type of thing. It's the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. You're like, I made that gun. I made that gun. People are using it and having a great time. The compliments that people are saying for the weapons when they're doing their YouTube videos or they're on stream and they see that new gun, they're like so excited. That's me personally, because I take pride in the work that I do. Not saying that they don't, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like that extra pride and feeling, and the fact that you're getting more, you're getting more out of it.
This membership subscription mirrors what Fortnite did with their Fortnite Crew membership, which involves you paying a certain amount every month, $12 a month. And for that, similarly to what Rainbow Six is doing with their membership, you get Battle Pass included for the full season. You get 1,000.
Oh, and then also Kat on here says that Rainbow Six Siege is a $20 game now. I remember when I paid for the game. This is when Rainbow Six first came out. And I mean, they had Terrorist Hunt and everything like that. Honestly, that's what me and my buddies were playing. We were playing Terrorist Hunt. I'm just saying. That game was a $60 game. So the fact that it shot down to $20, okay. Because I know they went strictly esports, and like now you can't play Terrorist Hunt. Like, it's stuck behind. It's like behind a practice mode, and everything. And so it's just like, I don't know. Like once Terrorist Hunt went away, I kind of stopped. I just stopped playing it because I was like, okay, they don't have Terrorist Hunt anymore. That's like where I usually have fun playing the game and stuff.
V-Bucks each month, and you get a new monthly crew pack. And Ubisoft, seeing that this kind of stuff has become more normalized, is becoming more normalized, are deciding that it's their time to implement their version of such a monetization tactic. But the thing about Fortnite is that, unlike Rainbow Six Siege, it is a free-to-play game. As you can see right here, the game does cost a premium price point.
$40. $40. Oh, okay, never mind. It's $40. Holy.
or the base experience. And I emphasize base because there's a lot of content that's locked initially that you can either grind for, or of course you can pay to fast track unlocking things like operators, among other things. As GameSpot highlights here.
Oh, it's $20 on Steam? Okay. It's $20. Okay, so it's $20 on Steam. But if you're on Xbox, I guess it's $40 from what I just saw there. I don't know how PlayStation is. I think PlayStation might be $40 as well. So that's crazy. And when he was talking about Fortnite, the whole difference with Fortnite is, yeah, Fortnite is free to play. And also Fortnite is going more of a, they're going more like, yes, they still have the battle royale for Fortnite and stuff, but they're kind of going more into like the metaverse type of route, because they have like stuff like you have racing, you have the Lego Fortnite, and then they have one where it's like music is playing and then you play it like it's almost like Guitar Hero. It's like the same format as Guitar Hero and everything. So it's almost kind of like a little metaverse thing. Yet the battle royale is still there. So like give them that, and plus it's a free to play game. So
Rainbow Six Siege not only isn't free to play, it also is already heavily monetized with skins, loot boxes, and a seasonal battle pass to add memberships and subscription fees. On top of that, the Rainbow Six Siege community are seeing as excessive, and even without the membership, it was already excessive. This game already has every monetization system and tactic and scheme under the sun. They're now layering one more on top of that, and you can see how poor the audience reception was.
We update our community guidelines. Oh, okay. So this is on TikTok. So, I bet you people are probably like, "What the?" People are probably really mad. Let's see. I like the Modern Warfare battle passes. I don't know if they still do it, but they give you enough premium currency to buy the next battle pass. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Me, I just miss when battle passes weren't even a thing. I remember when it was just used to be loot, like literally. I remember when it used to be loot boxes, and you didn't have to buy the loot boxes. You can just earn enough points or whatever, and then like they award you a loot box. So, for example, like good example, Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 has battle packs. They look like they actually look like cases and everything. You can unlock more attachments and everything because a lot of them are locked behind battle packs, which are the cases. You can either buy the battle packs, or what you can do is you can just grind out the game, level up, constantly level up. Once you get to, I think it was Colonel Service Star 1. Once you reach Colonel, then you start going into Colonel Service Stars, which are basically your prestige, right? You go all the way to Colonel Service Star 100. Every time when you rank up, you unlock a battle pack. Every time when you get a whole bunch of kills with a certain weapon, like for me, I was using the M4 a lot, you would unlock a battle pass for that specific gun. So like basically when you open up, you either get a camo or you get a weapon attachment. So, and it's very random. It's random how you get them. It's not like, battle pack or battle case, or what is it? A battle pack number 6, you unlock an 8-time scope. No, it could be random. It could be like either that on that time you can get either a scope, you can get a muzzle attachment, like some type of rare suppressor. You can get camos, things like that. So that's what I liked about that one. But yeah, I mean, there's people that with the Modern Warfare battle passes, that one's still good too. It seems more like flat out. Me, I like I think it was the 2019 Modern Warfare, how they had their battle pass, where it was straightforward. It was just straightforward. Now it's like there's different, like it's omnidirectional. Like if you have one that's already unlocked, you can get the one that's like up here, or you get right here, and then you unlock those items, and then you start unlocking different sections. Like, no, just let me just go down the line. That's just me personally, though.
From the boos that you can hear from the tournament event where Ubisoft made the announcement, this is somebody who filmed the audience reaction at Manchester Major, which is where Rainbow Six Siege fans and enthusiasts gather for this esports event.
Speaking of that, you said that, like my take is when it comes to games, like when it comes to like battle passes and stuff, I believe any game that's free to play should have a battle pass. Like, go ahead, feel free, put it in a battle pass. If there's a game that you bought, like a game that, like, for you to access the game you had to purchase the game, I don't feel like you should have a battle pass. There should not be a battle pass. I understand, more money because it is microtransactions and stuff, but I don't think that a battle pass should be in the game. Do loot boxes, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, that kind of goes back into the purpose of the whole, like, battle pass. But the fact that, like, almost every single game you see now, they shove battle passes in your face. It's like, new season's out, make sure you get the battle pass. Like, that's every time when you open up a game, that's what that's what you get greeted with, is a battle pass. It's right there directly in your face saying, do the battle pass. Get I want you to buy the battle pass so you can, do X, Y, and Z. That's usually what's going on. And it gets very annoying. And a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but there are some people that I've seen that they'll like boot up a game and they'll be like, it's battle pass is like popped up in their face. Like, all right, and they end the game. They turn the game off and then go play something else. It's just annoying.
What that reaction sounds like.
So how does it work? Each month, as a member, you will have access to the premium battle pass, unlimited privileges. It comes in the form of a 10% discount and a 30%.
Oh yeah, if I was them, I'd be pissed too.
In order to kickstart your battle season, one battle pack, one fully equipped bundle, and one legendary item, which is part of the legendary bundle.
Yeah, I'd be extremely pissed.
So you can see that the crowd got quite rowdy, booing, chanting against this implementation.
Yeah. Oh, we need more money. How are we gonna do that? Let's just make a subscription where
they're witnessing everything that they'll have to pay extra for.
Yeah, like we'll put in a subscription you have to pay extra for on top of the game that you paid for, that you already bought, and going from there you have to buy, like, just for you to have like better stuff. Oh, you have to buy that battle pass, or you have to buy that subscription in order to access that certain weapon or operator, which I think is dumb. And then here's the fallback, which usually happens if people don't decide against it. Guess what? Then they make it where, hey, an operator that you did an operator that you were using, like somebody that they mained or whatever, like say for example Ash. People use Ash a lot using the what was it called, I think it was the R416 or something like that, I think. Sorry, I'm not a Rainbow Six player, so don't scold me on that one for that bad. But say for instance, like that's their favorite character, right? They'll be like, a lot of people use this operator. Okay, we'll take that operator and put them behind the paywall. That's usually what happens, because then, like, obviously subscriptions are not going, our memberships are not going. So then they're like, well, how are we going to be able to make people pay for the membership that we want them to utilize? So what they'll do is they'll probably take something that's existing that people use a lot, or they love, or there's something that somewhat people use, like that it will be noticeable, and they will stick it behind that paywall, and then people get upset about it. And either some people are going to, like, succumb to that because it was like a favorite gun or favorite operator. Either they're going to succumb to the operator or the weapon because they've been using it a lot, where they're like, what, screw it, I'm just gonna have to buy it. What can it hurt? Or they just like, what, screw it, I'm not gonna use it anymore because this is crazy. And also the thing is, when it comes to the membership and subscriptions, the fact that so it's monthly or yearly. Say for instance, you're having fun, you're playing a game and stuff like that. You've mained that, like that operator that they have, you main that operator, right? Say for instance that subscription goes out, you just don't have the money for that for your subscription anymore, and like you still want to play the game, you still want to play with friends. Now you can't play it. Like, now you can't use that operator, that skin, or that gun or whatever, because you no longer have access to the membership. And that's why my thing is, when I've talked to people before, when they're like, okay, like I ask people this general question, and I'll ask you guys this: when you guys buy a game with your money, solely with your money, you purchase a game and they have subscriptions in it, do you actually own the game? Do you really own that game? If services were just to be no more for that game, would you still, like, would it still be able to, like, first of all, would it be playable? And second, do you own that game? Because with this, to me, it shows like you don't own the game. Like, even though you put so much money into it, so much time, money, resources into the game, it's like, in the end, it's not your game. Even though you bought it, it's not your game. That's what it seems like to me. I already said this with Destiny 2. Destiny 2, I loved it. I love the game, but the thing is, it's not my game. It's not anybody's game because there's always a new DLC that comes out that you have to purchase, right? The game is free to play. That's what they said, free to play. But the thing is, when you have a new you go through the free to play where they're like, hey, try this campaign, this little mission out. You tried out a few missions, you're having fun with it, and then you're done, right? But then you see something cool. You see something like a raid or something that you want to do, or a dungeon that you want to do. But the thing is, you can't do that. Yeah, Garrett, I'll be done after this. Or I'll play after this. But yeah, you can't play it. You can't play the game anymore, or you can't play the game anymore because you're stuck behind, because you're blocked by this paywall where it's like, hey, for you to continue playing this game, you have to pay for it. And then also, if you want to play this, if you want to play the rest of the game, you have to pay for it. And then on top of that, if you want to access this raid or the dungeon, you have to pay for the DLC. So that's 2 payments already, and it's crazy. It's insane to see. So like, there's some people that I've seen who have not played Destiny. They have never played Destiny 2, and they're way behind. They really want to get into the game, but they're way behind. They have to wait until Bungie puts an announcement out, either on Twitter or an email saying, hey, was it Shadowkeep or Lightfall is free for the weekend. It's free for you to access for the weekend, and you have very limited time to play through that campaign and get your light level all the way up as much as you can, and then when it goes away, it goes away. Now the thing is, the weapons and stuff that you use and everything like that gets locked, which sucks. It is the worst thing ever. It gets locked and then you're screwed. So all this, I understand, studios, companies, they want to make money, they want to generate more money, but the thing is, it's hurting a lot more players, and it's just hurting the integrity of the game. And the thing is, we don't know where the money's going anyway, because people are like, oh, it goes back to studio, but where does it go to? It doesn't go towards the anti-cheats. No, for most games, it doesn't go towards the anti-cheat. So it's like, where is it going to go? Is it going to go to, I don't know, it looks like it goes to like more cosmetics. That's the thing. It's just like, where does the money that people pay for and everything, where does it go? Sorry, I rambled on too much.
On a monthly basis.
You will get an exclusive Epic bundle only offered during that period.
Everything that they'll be missing out on through FOMO.
This is shitty. This is so shitty.
So as always, we'll be listening to your feedbacks to see how we can make it.
Yeah, more booze.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. Especially
the reaction was negative all throughout that segment.
If it was my favorite game, yeah, I'd be pissed.
This video right here that was playing at the event, and multiple people posted clips of this kind of reaction at the event. Here's a Redditor who posted a similar clip, a shorter one.
Members feel like true VIPs on stage. So as always, we'll be listening to
where similar boos and admonishment can be very clearly heard. And in the comment section of this, people are highlighting that the difference between Fortnite having a membership and Rainbow Six is that Fortnite is free to play,
Yep.
Rainbow Six Siege is not. And some people go as far as R6 is that...
and I want to see somebody else. So Oshia Games said, and Fortnite actually has decent skins with regular change in content and features. We have people that are obsessed with Black Ice and Glacier, which came out in year 1. And that's a problem. There's not many decent visuals to get excited about. Also, the fact that Fortnite is third person and you can see your skin. Best you get with Siege is the gun skin and a hand. That is true. I forgot about that. Yeah, Siege is first person and you only see your character in third person. You can only see your character third person wise is when you die. When you get shot, like it zooms out of your person like dying in slow motion and you see your character. That's it. Other than that, like the only person that can see your character is, unless you look in a mirror and it has a reflection capture so it can see you, so you can see yourself, or somebody on your team looks at your character. Hey, what's up, Cave? That's why First Descendant would be great. Yeah, like see, like in the game in First Descendant, if I recall, we won't know until the actual until I think it was the Xbox release or the Ubisoft Forward, one of those two. But when they do that, they will actually announce like if the game is free to play, which I think it's going to be, or like it's going to be, you know, you have to purchase it, which honestly, with that game wise, I don't care. I would purchase the game, but I just hope they don't do like Destiny. I'm sorry. I hope they don't go down the route like Destiny. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this.
Fortnite is free to play, Rainbow Six Siege is not. And some people go as far as to argue that Fortnite actually does have decent skins and you do feel better rewarded for the money that you put into the game, whereas Rainbow Six Siege can be hit or miss on that front. And then this membership coming in during a month when there is no new operators, when there is not a whole lot in the way of new content, they're just remastering an OG operator. That just feels like the insult to injury on top of all of this. The timing couldn't be worse, and just the existence of this membership in a premium priced live service game just isn't something that people are abiding by. We're talking about a community and fan base that have endured so much of Ubisoft's monetization shenanigans taken to the utmost extreme that is now taking its ceiling and raising it even further. It's just tiresome for them. Going to Operation New Blood marketing videos uploaded on YouTube. Looking at top responses, you can see that people are saying things like, to clarify, we got no new operator, no new map, a membership system. Good work, Ubisoft. You guys really take the cake for ruining every single accomplishment you ever have. And in this other video, there are some who are lambasting the changes that they made to the recruit, saying RIP recruit. This just reskin recruit with less guns and only one per team. Others are saying that this remaster doesn't really feel like much of a remaster, saying, so recruits are the exact same as they used to be, just with names and different guns / cosmetics now. Why the F were they playing up this remaster like it was going to be something interesting again? Here are other comments complaining about how they changed recruits, saying only one can pick recruit and they only have access to 2 weapons. This season is even smaller than the last one. And then here's one more top comment that seems to echo general sentiments. Summary, no new content, can no longer 5-man recruit, made it impossible to balance the recruit, still haven't brought back T-Hunt. For reference, we used to get 8.
Yes, whoever user IQ3QJ5UK6I, whoever you are, thank you. You still haven't brought back T-Hunt. Yes, because the thing is, Rainbow Six, like R6 now, is all like competitive based. What happened to casuals? What happened to casual play? People are forgetting that in games like, yes, you have your competitive players, but the thing is, what makes up the rest of it too, or that makes up a good portion of your game, are your casual players. So if casuals are tired of playing the same thing, like the same competitive, like, you know, sweaty people, like they go and play something else, which Terrace Hunt was. Terrace Hunt, you get with like, what was it, 4 of your buddies? You get with 4 of your buddies and you go and you hunt down the terrorists and stuff, or you do a hostage rescue or something like that. They had different modes in there, but it was overall, it was fun and everything. If you guys don't know, watch like go on YouTube and watch like Rooster Teeth and Rainbow Six Terrace Hunt. They had a blast. I used to do it with my friends. We had a blast. Nowadays, we don't even have that. We don't have that anymore for Rainbow Six community. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to speak for the community, but a person that used to play Terrace Hunt heavily, and I'm not talking about just with Rainbow Six Siege, I'm talking about Rainbow Six Vegas, Rainbow Six Vegas 2, Rainbow Six Black Arrow. Well, actually, that was the only thing that you can play, I think, at the time. But yeah, all the old Rainbow Six games, like it was basically Terrace Hunt, and now you took that away. Like when they bring that back, I bet you the player base will go back up. And then also, don't put it behind a paywall.
Operators and 4 maps a year, with the real insult being that the thing Ubisoft seems to have worked most on for this season was this membership, a new monetization model, instead of the content that people would look forward to with every season. Now, is any of this backlash going to make a difference? Honestly, with how much Rainbow Six Siege is thriving, with how many players continue to come back to this, with the backlash not being at a level where I see Ubisoft foregoing an entire monetization system, I get the sense that backlash and protests won't be disruptive enough for Ubisoft to feel like they have to backpedal on this in any way, shape, or form. They're probably just going to take the current backlash, take some punches here and there, but ultimately, in the long run, they probably believe that people will eventually forget about this and they'll just kind of accept that this is the new normal, that this monetization system is here to stay, which is unfortunate. But once a live service gets this big and it's been this long standing, and Ubisoft continues to rake in so much money, and it doesn't feel like the backlash is at a level that, you know, Helldivers 2 saw with how organized that community was. I just don't foresee any sort of positive changes. But who knows? Maybe the booing crowd going viral might have an impact of some sort, but I wouldn't hold my breath for it personally. But I suppose only time will tell. In the meantime, though, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on Ubisoft's new monetization for Rainbow Six Siege that they're adding on top of everything else, the monthly subscription membership. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time.
Great video. Amazing video. I'm giving him a like on that one. I'm subscribing too, because that was great. That was a great video. But yes. This is insane. Like, this is completely insane that they're doing something like this. Like, this should not be, like, member subscriptions should not be forced upon, and it should not be shoved in everybody's face. I understand you want to make some money. I know you want to try a new system. But the thing is, like, just make it an optional thing and just be like, hey, if you get this, you get stuff faster. You get the same items that you would grind for. You just get a little faster. Like, that would be, that's completely understandable. But now it'd be like, hey, if you want this cool AK-47, you want this cool M4, you want a grenade that looks like a pineapple, I don't know. Like, you have to buy this membership. And then when you buy the membership, you have to continuously buy it, because then if you're like, hey, I'm gonna buy the membership, I'm gonna equip this stuff on there, and then I'm just gonna cancel my membership, or I'll play it out until my membership ends, and then I'll just be good. But then no, your stuff gets removed. So that's my, like, that's, it takes away from the player and everything. I understand it's not a reward that you, it's not like a high risk, high reward type of thing. So you didn't really earn it, but it was given to you because you purchased it. You bought the reward. So even though you bought the reward, you should be able to keep that reward, right? That's like buying a car, and then, oh yeah, it's like buying a car and then you're just like, all right, I don't know, you stop paying insurance on it, or like you forgot to pay your insurance on it and stuff. Not driving the car or anything, but like you forgot to pay your insurance. And then repo comes to take your car because you don't have insurance for your car. I think some places do that. I could be wrong. I don't know. I know if it's car payment, then they'll repo your car, but I don't know about insurance. I just know you're not able to. You're not supposed to be driving if you don't have insurance. But you guys know what I mean. But yeah, check out this guy's video. Young Yeah. I'm sorry I said it like that, but go check out his video and everything. And let me know. Comment down below on his, and also let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. And also let me know on top of that, do you guys like XDefiant videos and doing these videos? Because I know these videos were doing pretty well too. And let me know that in my comments down below. All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. And again, show some love to this guy. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right, it's off channel. Peace out.